Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice and the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we were starting up our build-up, and I said I'd come back once things had kind of changed, and guess what? Not a lot has changed. But the big thing has been the build-up of a new army corps. So I've been building up our units, and I've done a few things. So first of all, I've transferred the majority of the Romanian, Hungarian and Slovakian units over to the Western Front to act as the kind of guideline case there. Case Anton has been triggered as well, and the Americans and the British are moving through North Africa as we speak. They're also making some progress in North Africa towards Benghazi and Az-Sidra, but we are pushing through kind of the Israel-Palestine area into kind of the, hopefully, Egypt relatively soon. We're currently passing through Jordan at the moment as well. Now, the Turks haven't really been helping in this. We've kind of left them on the border to go lend a hand there. So my hope will be that Modal's army group can get at least to the Suez Canal on this side of things, and kind of handle things from that position onwards. We've got a similar kind of situation over here with regards to Germany, where, pardon me, we've got a pretty large army ready to go against the Soviets. So we have a non-aggression pact with them, and that completely expires in September of 1943. Now, I don't really want to launch an attack in that time period, to be completely honest with you. So when that pays off, we might make some changes. But the kind of big thing that we're looking at over here that we've seen is we've got a really large army. We've got the better part, if we exclude Modal's troops, where he's got about 150,000. We've got just over 3 million men in the field. And that includes me taking away some of the kind of better Romanian units. We've got all of our veteran divisions from the invasion of the Soviet Union the first time round, all available in a variety of different spots, and we've kind of built out some of these divisions a little bit more. So, for example, we have the new 8th Army, which combines some units that have been spawned from events, and I've built out some relatively strong mechanized units with those. And then all of the Waffen units that we were given, I've also built all of those out as well and made those mechanized. So we've got two kind of very strong mechanized groups, and then some crappy militia. What I've done with the 8th Army as well, or what I've done with the 5th Army, is we've got a new army here, which is some of our allied troops. We've got some international components going on over here, as well as the Kampfgruppers, and I've taken the motorized units out of the Hungarian, Romanian and Slovakian divisions. So yeah, we've built up quite a little force of troops. So yeah, my hope is, in a moment, I mean, right now it's saying 50%, which I don't really get, but that's fine. I'd imagine it's because they've got probably quite a lot of troops on the border with Finland, and that's causing some issue. And yeah, port strike there. So we've taken Tel Aviv, and we're making a nice move down there. Let's get them in, and then we'll let those guys move on up. Got a single semi-motorized infantry division here. Not overly powerful, though the heavy armor is going to be a tough nut to crack. And we've won that battle there. And I think, yeah, we will keep this push going. I'm thinking something along those lines. And we've got an elastic defense under Engelbrecht, who's nearly a level 5 commander himself. That's really good. So we've done a couple of encirclements down here, but nothing kind of too crazy. And we will let all of these units kick into gear in Bethlehem. I'm sure this would upset Americans if this happened in real life. And we'll let those mountain units continue onwards. The battle around the Jordan River and the Dead Sea, that was pretty tough. That was not an easy battle at all for us. And I am building out our air force with one eye on the Soviets. We need to reinforce our planes and our management of those planes. Right, let's move you down there to lend a hand. Okay, and it is just base section 4 now. Hell's unit is looking a little bit worse for wear, to be honest with you, so we're going to need to be a little bit careful about that. Okay, and we've won the battle at Jerusalem. Right, so we lost the effects of the Taiwan Strait, not worried about that. We are hemorrhaging a pretty decent amount of money, and we did see an improvement in our rares position, but most of that's been driven by puppets giving us like kind of money, fuel, and rares. You can see energy and metal we've been really suffering on, and we're trading for quite a lot of rares at the moment from the Soviets, so gonna need to be slightly clever about everything. I might take you and lend a hand actually with them there. Yeah, that extra division will make all the difference. Okay, and there's a new Ken's annoying, in fact. And then take the money, yeah. Go deal with that, Finland. I'm fed up with dealing with it. I had to send an entire mountain corps to deal with a similar thing a little while ago, and I don't want to deal with it again. So, yeah, single engine fighters. And we're currently bringing up some of our units up to speed. In the kind of semi-motorized infantry unit we're dealing with. Okay, and there falls Jerusalem. Some more supplies. Okay, and the aim is for the Suez now. So if the Americans want to take this, that's fine, but we will meet force with force. And to be fair, this has taken a pretty large amount out of us. Like, when we get down to some more of the desert area down here, like, it will have taken a pretty sizable amount of steam out of us, but hey, you do what you can do. Now, I'd imagine Yeah, the Italians are not ready for a two-front war. Okay, let each other out. Let's see if we can't move like that. And then try something along those lines. Get over the river. Keep that push going. Would be good to capture those two motorized units and the light tanks. Give him a moment's rest. Okay, we'll be there on the 25th. That's good. There is a lot of British air support at play here. It is starting to run down some of our divisions. It's got to be said. Okay, that's good with them. Can move you back. And move you back. We cleared out the ghetto uprising. Okay, and do we think Beersheba is going to work out for us? 24 hours from now. Kind of feel like we can do that. Right, we're nearly over the river. Catching 3 divisions off guard would be very good. Okay, we've won there, so we just need to beat them in a race. 10 o'clock, so in a couple of hours' time. No, we're not going to do it, but we might get 2. Alright, we caught them. We caught at least 2 of them. Good. Nice victory there. We'll take it. Let's move you down that way. You can get into there. Okay, and yet another plane. This is for our new Eastern Air Force that we're building up. It's going to be pivotal. Right, launch a bit of support there. Yep, that looks good. Okay, the South African unit is probably going to be a fairly tough nut to crack. British divisions normally are compared to their American counterparts. Okay, and we are successfully keeping Vichy France on our side and in the war, to be honest with you, with this. It's got to be said. This is looking dicey. When Benghazi falls, I think we'll get some German units over there and maybe we can put them to use. That would be bloody good. Okay, and that motorized unit looks like it's about to kick the bucket. Yes. Good. So you'll get over the front there. We'll get you over too. And yeah, that division is making its way over. Can bring you like that. And let's keep that push going. A few encirclements have definitely lent a hand. Oh. Here's something. They might have given up here. If they're falling back. Yeah, they are. Good. Okay, so got a nice river position there. Pretty much all of the Dead Sea is ours. Okay, and we're lacking a little bit on the old supply front. I'm not sure what the driving factor behind that is, mind you. Alright, let's break this down like this. Okay, and there we go. You can see that the fins are already starting to do what I wanted them to do. And yeah, we're getting more and more planes outfitted here. Will that speed up the production of any other planes? That's what I want to see, some of the fighter bombers and stuff coming online. And I'd love it if Iraq would join us. Take a little move down here with you. That seems fair enough. And then the rest we will move onwards towards Romani on the east bank of the Suez. Units are starting to come up a little bit more back to strength. So Harlem Division, that's fine, can handle that. I want you actually to go that way. Something a little bit more organized. We might even overrun these lot. It's only 5 hours. Not quite, but getting there. Okay, that's pretty good going. So we've got an army group north, we've got kind of a centre-ish, and then we've got an army group south. And our forces are spread fairly evenly across these. We've got like a real opportunity, I think, with a variety of different spots. So we're going to probably peel north with you, north with these guys, So my plan as it stands, if we were to create a plan, let's call it Soviet 2, Electric Boogaloo. Electric Boogaloo. Right, so the way that this is going to work is that we will have a thrust, so you'll have a bit of a push from here to wrap around across all of these areas, and that will be to surround Leningrad. So that's the plan with these units. You've then got, like, effectively an encirclement opportunity out of here just to kind of close off Slemensk, but the main push will be with these units, where we will run towards Moscow and Bryansk. Then at the same time that that's happening, we've got one group to attack like this, and we've got another group to attack like this. Then we've got a kind of Ukrainian push like this to kind of undertake, and then the hope will be that we can go into Turkey. So between these, I feel like we can probably encircle all of the units along this front location here. So everywhere from what's this one called, Kupiansk, all the way in the north to Kilafsfachi. Sure. We want to try and encircle all that, and we think that we can probably do an encirclement of the northern troops as well. So there'll be effectively two big pockets. One in the north up here, and then another one like so. And then we will liquidate them. Then once we've done that, we should have enough forces freed up to kind of finish off the Soviet Union. He says, if everything goes to plan, which it might not do, but if it all goes to plan, that is the option. Okay, do we think the enemy are in a position to hold over here? That's the question as well, because if we get this side of the Suez, that would be one tabulous. And yeah, I can see that they've started shifting some forces over. There is one small little Panzer. Okay. What? Oh no. The game. What just happened? Honestly, every time okay, this is going to ruin our invasion. Who's the weakest? Probably you. Let's do something like that, and then push out like that. Always aggravating when that happens. Don't understand what caused that, because we should have been well in charge of that, but oh well. Panzer, so I think they are... Where are they? Right, yeah, it's up here. Okay. So if we were to create you, And then give you a nice commander. Oh, do we keep... Ah, we keep the Lair Motorized Brigade as well. Okay, no complaints from me. I'll take an extra free division. Alright, you and you. And then you. That's good. About to lose a whole bunch of unit organization for no reason. Because of the random closure of things, but that's fine. Get that fighter in there. Yeah, sadly, I can't create a like a Syrian puppet. That's a shame. You like that, push down like this. Do something like that. That's good with me. Make sure we claim the coast and deal with all of that malarkey. Yeah, another plane down here. Days. Okay, we should beat back that motorized unit that's left. We can use the 8th Corps to lock things down. Okay, yeah, more planes. That's really annoyed me. That, like, break there. It's so aggravating for no good reason. Right, let's see if we can't take a little transport plane group and do a little bit of good with them, maybe. Don't have a single fucking airbase. Seriously? In this whole bit of Turkey, you don't have a single airbase. Okay, might be able to do it from roads. That's fine. Right, let's let them do their thing. Now, I don't know if the Africa Corps event will trigger, to be honest with you. I am slightly intrigued. Let's get the Mel out. Okay, yeah, another plane over there. Happy days. Oh, didn't need to do it in Hanover. 38, that's fine. do something like this. Just organize. Okay, that's good. And let's get all of those infantry and things up and running to do what they need to do, which is a bit of reorganizing. Ah, how aggravating. At least the Turks are going to be mobilized as a result. Okay, you're really going to get all of those troops surrounded. I would really rather you didn't do that, to be honest with you, Italy, but that's fine. We will accept it. Okay, the Brits are in place over there. Okay, and these are our replacements for some of our pre-existing bomber squads. Going to start organizing our air force in a moment. Where did they go? I don't know where our next closest airfield is. It's a very good question, actually. Ah, you went there. Okay, that's fine. Let's retreat them back. We don't need them there anymore. And that's now a completed group. As is that. That's good. Some of our air units got taken out. Okay, nice. And yet more planes for our new Air Force. Okay, and we're using our pack front to defeat Mr. Tucker. He's a bit of a fucker. Got a good surround there. You're from Beirut, okay. Let's not take the ports right this second, because right now you're defaulting to where we should want supply from. And the last thing I want is to cock that up. So, yeah, we're going to accept supply from our allies at the moment. And then go from there. Attach you in like that. Another 2 units there and a close air support due out soon. And yeah, a couple of tanks. Those tanks are for, yeah, the Marder 1 groups here. The conversions that we will be using. And some of these are finishing up. So we can just say no need to all of that. We're just doing those techs because they get you reductions to the time it takes for you to attack. And a couple of other small bonuses as well. So they're generally worth doing because of that. Carrier aircraft prototype at 44. So we're doing pretty much all we can there. Doing all of the submarine tech. All of that there. So we're back around now to landing craft. And then maybe, yeah, we'll be getting on to, we need to do deck parking on carriers. Okay, and the 4th Indian is a powerful unit that is causing us some trouble. And this looks like what I would do if I was playing a Britain campaign, just maybe a little bit delayed. If they take Benghazi, unlike Tripoli and things, that might not work out so well for us. Because we'll probably be facing into the Allied invasion of the Italian mainland. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we should start pulling back our troops. Because can we realistically win this? I mean, maybe. The trick will be to, if they can hold that fortress bit here, because this is like a choke point in this part of the world. Right, so new panzers. Strong units as well. I think we're going to pull back out of here in a bit and let Turkey take over the front, because I'm a bit nervous about all my units getting done in and I think it would be better to not have that happen. And I think I can probably do a bit of a fast withdrawal soon enough, and then I can take over their front ownership against the Soviets, which is what these mountain units are for, to be completely honest with you, rather than anything else. So, don't need that. Too harsh. And, yeah, another one of these finishing up. And no need there. Got 42s, that's fine. Yet another fighter plane. Army is kicking into gear. Right, let's strategically redeploy and get the hell out of Dodge. We're going to do a case of slowly but surely, apparently, when it comes to the redeployment. 17th, that is slow. Get those units out of Gaza soon enough. Let's pull them back up here. And then get some more planes. And we just need you to close up this. Another couple of hours. Yeah, I don't want you to go that way. I want you to take the coast road, please. Right, off you go. Thank you. Keep that all ticking over. Nice and hunky-dory. And we'll let you guys go deal with that while we go deal with this elsewhere. I think that's a good plan. Right, so armored units. Another landing ship tech there. And yeah, we want to get the next level of Schwerpunkt, Divisional Command, all of that malarkey out and about. Moving them out. It's just the 7th Corps now. Reinhardt's at 90%. That's quite something. Modal's at 78. Right, and the 7th is the last one that we need to break out. Right, off you trot. You might even be better served in Italy, but we will see. I kind of feel like the fall of Well, the fall of Tripoli is gonna... That's gonna kill off North Africa. Right, come on. Hurry up. There we go. Right, they are speeding along now, so that's good. We'll let the Turks carry on their assault. And yeah, they don't have 50% of their brigades across our borders apparently, even though it kind of looks like they do. The only other thing we've been doing is a grand infrastructure project. We have been building up the infrastructure towards the front lines. It's been coming along. So they've all managed to extricate themselves. Small bit of dodgy infrastructure over here, I think, that's slowing us down. Yeah, that's okay. We will make it, even if we have to get these guys to defend for a little bit. Okay, one more shiny new tank division over here. Okay, so these Werfer units. I don't think we've got anything for them yet. So... probably after, yeah, a tank, a mechanized, divisional headquarters and a half-track. One like that. And then probably a similar thing, except, so you've got a Werfer already. We're probably after like a medium tank destroyer and an assault gun. Yeah, that's good with me. And it seems to take us quite a while to build things, to be honest with you still. Don't love that. Okay, so they'll get there at 9 o'clock. You're keeping the back door open. 22nd of May, so both of you are moving quite quickly now. Right, annoying little infant, another fighter here for us to deal with and organise. Supplies of metal. Okay, if all the things for them to chase us down with, not that worried about them chasing us down with this. Yeah, and that's some nice speed bump going on there. Yeah, and I am very much considering... oh yeah, it's you that need the HQ. This new army over here, I think I'm going to send it towards Italy, because this is about to go into a bad place very soon. We just need you to... 7 o'clock, that's fine. Thermal diffusion, which unlocks gaseous diffusion. Okay. how long? 5 o'clock. Right, yeah, keep that move going. We spotted that before it got dodgy. Where the fuck did they come from? That random marine division, just out of the arse end of nowhere. That's some bullshit. Right, let's break them through like that. We get them to flee northwards. Yet another fighter. And I think we are just waiting. Yeah, you're at 80. Pretty sizable amount now of the way there. So you're at 91. You're at 88.5. That's what I'd like to see. So 150,000 troops. That's something to go and defend. Okay. And that heavy armored unit, or heavy artillery, is moving ridiculously fast, considering. Okay, so they've taken Tripoli from that side. And we'll just say no to all of that. Okay, so we've got a new Division Silesen. And kind of thinking you're going to be for the south as well, for the new Italian front that's about to emerge. And a random American division that just popped up. Yep, Turkey, this is your mess now. We'll go along the coast, and that can work out for us, I think. Yeah, you want to attack that lovely unit there. Sure. Go for it. Alright, metal for money, and then... Okay, so that's the last of the interceptors. Sorry, the close air support groups. Right, let's take you. And then let's take all of them, and we'll bring them over to the front. I did not mean to do a fort. Aren't you upgrading? Weird. Like that. This is going to be our new mighty Eastern Air Force to defend ourselves. Okay, and then we'll send you over to there. Need to give you some commanders. Okay, all moving very slow, but that's fine. And yeah, the Italians are in a whole heap of trouble. At least we're able to control the retreat. That is something. Okay, and yet more planes. I went on a real plane binge. Because I was thinking about what we're going to need when we re-invade the Soviets, and that was the #1 thing that jumped out at me when I was going through it. Right, come on. Off your trot. And that's where the support is going to need to be had. So let's start sending, I think, all of you including our new commanders southwards. To go deal with that. And to lend a bit of a hand. And it would be lovely if they would leave us alone for a few minutes to let us go north. I'm kind of thinking these guys might be needed actually kind of in Italy, but we will see on that. It does look at least like they've got a few units down there. Fuck's sake, South Africans, fuck off. Right. Do we think von Sauken can get into position? That is the question. And to be fair, we got another 4 divisions due out in July, so that will help. God, you're slow. Right, let's go around the flank. Like this. Things were going so well. Oh, we've had a rebellion. That's something you don't see very often. Strategically redeploy like that. Would love that unit to get its act together. But we're moving along quite nicely. So both of those aren't really combat ready yet. You're at 95%. We're still building up, so yeah, these units aren't quite ready, but we'll do what we can. Coming along. More fighters there, and hopefully the sounds of the beautiful Turks making their way over to help us, I think, is what's happening. And I'd like to take both of these areas if possible. That's before we start prepping for our next group to come live. Getting nearly 200 steel a day out of that area in Graz. That is madness. And we're getting 55 rares a day. We're actually turning a positive on rares, although, no, that is an actual legitimate positive, bit of trade aside. Right, let's take all of you. And get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, so our Air Force asked for more money, that's fine. And I think I might well call it an episode in a couple of minutes. Once we've extricated our Middle East forces and got them repositioned against the Soviets, or maybe the Italians? No, I kind of feel like we need to build new mountain units for this. So let's do mountain infantry with a rocket artillery, because that's got good mountain defense. Oh, actually, the pack is better, isn't it? I think because of the modifiers. And let's do engineer. We'll do horse transport with that. We'll do heavy anti-tank. And I think we'll also do heavy AA. That'll make these quite good at dealing with enemy armor. And we'll build 10 of them in a production run. And we'll build them before we build anything else. And I think the term I would use to describe getting out of here would be hightailing it. Expand our research centers. And special forces. Powers is fine. And gaseous. Okay, nicely done. And they've broken through the bridgehead. So, yeah, North Africa is toast. And Sicily's pretty toast. Hopefully these guys will have upgraded. There we go. Pay that time. And yet another fighter plane. Okay, let's bring them even further south towards Napoli. Get ready to defend there. Boxed up down there in Sicily, that would be ideal. Right, off you trot. Okay, I think I'll call it an episode there. So, I think we've got our forces in situ to defend Italy. It's not a huge amount, but it's sizable enough. It's the better part of 165,000 troops, so that's something. The Italians have got a lot of units down here as well, so hopefully they can lend a hand and spare some support. But I think I will call it an episode there. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.